Welcome to Gido 24 TV. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit the button bells. Tens of thousands of forcibly displaced Palestinians are returning to devastated towns and cities in the northern Gaza as the Israeli military ceasefire and partially withdraw from the territory under the first phase of a peace deal with Hamas. Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad and the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine (PFLP) have said they reject any foreign guardianship of the Gaza Strip. Under the ceasefire first phase, Israeli forces say they have pulled back from populated areas including Gaza City and Khan Yunis. Withdrawal was timed to facilitate Hamas' preparation of 20 living hostages for release, expected by Monday. According to Trump, Israel has agreed to free 25 Palestinian prisoners, 7 life sentences, 1,700 others from Gaza detained since the war began, and all children and women in detention. Kazalika da yanan da kuke gani kamar yadda wa'annan matar kenan take bayyana irin farin cikinta a daidai lokacin da suka koma kasar tasu ta yankin Gaza bayan da aka bayyana tsakaita wuta. Kamar yadda kuke gani dubbannin al'umma kenan ke nuna farin cikin su da kuma jin daɗi a bisa yadda aka tsakaita wuta, inda dubbannin al'umma suke komawa zuwa yankin Gaza, wato dubbannin Palestiniyawa da suke komawa tare kuma da nuna daukacin farin cikin su akan wannan tsakaita wuta da shugaban kasar Amurka Donald Trump ya jagora, wanda hakan ke gagarumin matakar faranta ran kananan yara da kuma manya, kamar da yadda kuke kallo a cikin wannan faifin bidiyo. Dubbannin al'umma ne da yake nuna jin daɗin su akan yadda aka nan dai, wato Nevin Salah ce wadda ita ma ta koma Gaza, inda take bayyana irin farin cikin ta da kuma jin daɗin da ta tsinta kanta a ciki a daidai lokacin da aka bayyana an tsakaita wuta. Tabbas dai wannan al'amari ba karamin gagarumin farin ciki ya ƙara sanyawa cikin zukatan al'umma ba, domin dubbannin al'umma dai su ne suke ta komawa wato gabashin ƙasar tasu a daidai lokacin da aka bayyana akan cewa an tsakaita wuta, wanda hakan ke ƙara sanya farin ciki da kuma jin daɗi a cikin zukatan al'umma. Tabbas dai wanda wannan sulhu dubbannin al'umma suka bayyana akan cewa tabbas wannan sulhu fa alkhairi ne, kuma tabbas zai haifar da ɗa mai ido, domin dubbannin al'umma dai sun bayyana jin daɗin su akan wannan tsoro da aka yi, wanda shugaban kasar Amurka wato Donald Trump ya jagoranta. Trump confident ceasefire will hold as Palestinians return to northern Gaza. The Israeli military said ceasefire is now in effect in Gaza at its first pullback in accordance with a deal approved by the government. Thousands of Palestinians have begun returning to the north of Gaza, where UNICEF says more than 1,200 trucks are ready to bring aid into the territory. Hosted families held prayers and Friday night dinner in Tel Aviv as they awaited the return of their loved ones. The 72-hour period for the release of the hostages held by Hamas has begun, and nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detained in Israel will also be freed. A source said that the hostages could be released overnight Sunday, but timings are not yet confirmed. United States President Donald Trump, who will be in the region Monday, said yesterday he thinks the ceasefire will hold because countries involved in and affected by the conflict all tired of the fighting. Former Israeli Consul General Alon Pinker said today no one is willing to credit Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the Gaza ceasefire plan, while describing the current political mood in the country. People credit President Trump for this, and no one is willing to credit Prime Minister Netanyahu for that, and that is the perfectly understandable, Pinker told CNN Salma Abdulaziz. Like Gido 24 TV revealed the news. Once the hostages are free and back home with their families in their medical and mental condition that they are but nonetheless free, then the big question is, do this demonstration to this protest now vent their anger and frustration toward Netanyahu? That remains to be seen, he said. As about the current ceasefire, Pinker said there are two fundamental and necessary ingredients to ensure the agreement hold. One is different government in Israel, and that require an election, and the second is that the President Trump remain engaged and committed, he said. We've been hearing from civilians returning home to the Gaza city of Khan Yunis after being displaced further south in the Strip. They've returned to find it lying in ruins. Al-Najjar says she went to find her house after learning of the ceasefire, only to find its war-ravaged remains. All our bedrooms are destroyed. Only the roof remains intact. It has not collapsed, so that it will shelter us in winter, but it may take 50 years to restore it to what it was, she said. The situation is very difficult. It's very difficult, he added. Khan Yunis resistant Mahmoud Abu Yusuf said many people who have returned to the destroyed city are now moving to its outskirts toward the sea. According to the city Mayu, 80% of the Khan Yunis governorate is destroyed. Some 400,000 tons of rubble line the city streets, Mayo al-Aldin al-Bata said. A total of 136 parks, garden, public square, and roundabout have been bulldozed and destroyed, he added. We have launched 9 field teams to open streets, but we urgently need heavy equipment because of the massive amount of debris blocking the road, he told a press conference Saturday. The family of hostages taken on October 7, 2023 will deliver a statement in Tel Aviv Hostage Square later today. The statement is expected at 5:45 p.m. local time, 10:45 a.m. ET. This comes in the light of the sign of the ceasefire deal to return the remaining hostages and the concern for fallen hostages who may never be found, according to a statement from the families of hostages and the hostages Square. 48 hostages remain in Gaza. 48 hostages remain in Gaza, with at least 20 believed to be alive. The remains of Israeli Defense Forces IDF soldier Hadar Golden have been held there since 2014, when he was killed and his body taken to the Strip. The 72-hour period for the release of hostages held by Hamas began early yesterday morning. Whole generation of children in Gaza suffering from collective trauma, Save the Children officially tell CNN. Like the Giro 24 TV bring the news. After 2 years of war in Gaza following Hamas October 7 attack, a whole generation of children is suffering from collective trauma, Rachel Cumming, Save the Children Gaza Humanitarian Directory said today. Over the last 2 years, children in Gaza, as you said, have experienced extraordinary atrocities. We have experienced her constant bombardment, the forced displacement, the lack of food, the lack of clean water, and all of these are compounding challenges for children, Cumming told CNN Salma Abdulaziz. Will more aid be let into Gaza? Israeli security official told CNN 608 trucks will be allowed into territory every day as part of the ceasefire agreement, humanitarian clause. The truck will come from the UN, approved international organization, the private sector, and donor countries, the official said. Speaking from Deir al-Balah in central Gaza, Cumming said the public health situation in Gaza remains absolutely critical. But of course, what we are seeing is not only the impact on health, but also on mental health and well-being of children and his collective trauma across a whole generation of children, she added. Who are the 48 hostages still in Gaza? As we reported earlier, the release of the remaining hostages held in Gaza could happen overnight local time Sunday into Monday, according to the sources familiar with the matter. Hostage family held prayer and Friday night dinner at Hostage Square in Tel Aviv as they awaited the return of their loved ones. Like you see them, these are the presumed alive 20. Who are the 48 hostages still in Gaza? These are 20 people that they think they are alive and presumed dead. They are 26. Please subscribe to, don't forget to subscribe our channel, that is Giro 24 TV, for more news and more. Please subscribe and hit the button bell for more. Bayan da aka tattauna akan maganganun a cewa za a tsakaita wuta da kuma sauko mutanen da aka yi awon gaba da su, wanda a yanzu dai akalla sama da mutum 20 ne dai ake tabbatar da cewa suna nan a raye, wanda suna ɗaya daga cikin hostages ɗin da Hamas suka kama, wanda kuma za a sako su cikin hukuncin Ubangiji. kamar yadda kuke kasancewa da wannan tasha tamu mai albarka mai suna Gida 24 TV. Ku dai kawai ku ci gaba da kasancewa da wannan tasha tamu domin dai ci gaba da samun ingantattun rahotanni masu tushe da asali a kodayaushe da zaran idan mun daura su. Gida 24 TV ta ku ce, kuma kazalika abin alfaharin ku a kodayaushe, kamar da yadda muka saba zakulo muku ingantattun rahotanni masu tushe da asali. Haka zalika ba za mu taɓa gajiya ba wurin ci gaba da ƙara zakulo muku ingantattun rahotanni waɗanda dai za su ci gaba da sanya ku nishaɗi da kuma saka ku farin ciki a kodayaushe. Halin da ke ciki da dubbanin al'umma ne suna ci gaba da murna a bisa wannan tsakaita wuta da aka yi tsakanin Hamas da kuma wato sojojin na Isra'ila.